Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to design a slide out hamburger menu with Elementor. So this is what I mean by that. When you click on this button, you are going to see a slide out menu either from the right or from the left. It depends on how you set it. So in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to design this slide out menu in Elementor, and you don't need any plugin for it. So this is a rough sample of a white slide out menu, and also it's very responsive. So if I shrink it to a mobile menu and I click on this, it can slide out. So in case you want to use this in your project or you want to apply this to anything you're designing with Elementor, this video is for you. So before we get started to this, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, hit a like and drop a comment. So let's get started. So I'm going to show you another sample on how you can use something like this. So I have a dashboard design here that I designed with Elementor. It's a crypto website with a dashboard. So this right here, if I click on this, you're going to see a left side out menu, and this is how it's been designed. Like the same thing I'm going to teach you today, you're going to learn how to do something like this. And with this, is also very responsive. So if you click on this, it's just going to slide out and you're going to be able to see all the menu belonging to this page alone. If you go to the main website, it has its own menu, but this particular dashboard has this particular menu and you can navigate around. You understand? So you can move to the other things and the dashboard, copy trade, any other pages at all, and everything's very perfect. You can also click on website and it's going to take you to the website, and you can actually customize anything you want on the particular page. So now let's get started. In order for you to achieve this, the first thing you have to do is make sure you have your design already. So I have this rough sketch. This is the main design that I've done, and I have this rough sketch over here in Elementor that does not have this particular slide out menu. It only has the normal navigation menu. So what we're going to do right now is to go to our main dashboard of our WordPress. So then head over to Elementor. So go to Elementor. So under template, you are going to click on pop-up. When you click on pop-up, you are going to create a new pop-up. So you click on add new. So you're going to make sure it's add new pop-up, then you give it a name. So YouTube, you give it a name. I'm going to give it YouTube, right? So that's just it. I'll click on create templates, and when you click on templates, it's going to open an Elementor page. So pay attention on whatever I want to show you now. So after it show, it's going to give you, maybe you want to choose any pro design or anything. So we don't need any of these templates, so you're just going to close this. So you are going to see this kind of page. So the first thing you have to do is go down here, click on setting at the left hand side, bottom left hand side, click on setting, then you start setting whatever you want to use. So let's say we want to put our slide out in by the right. We are going to choose horizontal position right. So it's going to go here. So now we want to make it full width. So what we have to do is change it from fit to content to full to screen. So you have to end up something like this. So the next thing you are going to do also is to adjust the width to how you want it. So I'm going to reduce this width right here. As you can see, it's like this. So let's say I want to keep the width up to this level. So I'm good with this. So now the next thing, if you want to put the content maybe center or bottom or anything, I'm just going to leave it at top, because that is very cool. So the next thing is if you want to show overlay, so if I click on not show overlay, it's going to bring my normal design. You understand? So I want to show overlay so that at least when I slide out, I'll be able to pay attention to this slide out. If I want to add a close button, this particular close button, if you want to add it, is fine, but I don't really need it, so I'll just disable it. So entrance animation is very important. So I'm just going to choose an entrance animation. So it means the kind of animation it's going to give when you click on it. So I'm going to give something like slide in right and slide out right. So I'm going to choose the one for right. So when you, because we're working on the right hand side, right? So that is it. And this is the duration. You can reduce the duration so that it will be a bit faster, at least. So let me reduce it a little bit. Let me just make it 0. Yeah. So other setting that you can actually do is either you make it a private or public or anything. So after we design, we're going to publish our design. So the next thing you have to do is go to style. If you want to style anything at all, you can style it. And if you want to change the color of the overlay here, let me say I want to make this my overlay blue, so it's going to be like this, but we're going to leave it in black, and we'll make this black a little bit faint, so we'll have this nice overlay, not too dark and not too bright. So that is it. So now the next thing is we'll start designing our slide out menu. So the first thing you have to do is let's say we want to replicate something like this again, this same design. So the first thing I have to do is add a logo. So I'm going to search logo. Instead of searching logo, I might just pick an image. I'm going to search an image. I'm going to drag an image here. So by default, it's going to stay here. So click on choose image and select the kind of image you want to use. So let's say I have a particular image of that I want to use. Let me copy this particular image URL. I'm going to copy the link, copy image URL. So I'm going to paste it here so I can just use it. So that's our logo. So you can customize our logo, like increasing and reducing the width. Look at it. You see? So that is it for that. If you want the logo to be at the top, it's fine, it's cool, and everything's perfect like that. So let's proceed. The next thing we want to do is add a menu itself. So we're going to add a menu. So you can design any menu you want. So I'm going to search nav menu, the normal Elementor nav menu. You drag it and put it here. So when you put it here, it's going to show. So by default, it's going to be horizontal. So you change it to vertical. So when you change it to vertical, it's going to be straight like this. So let's now say we want to make it centralized. So you end up having something like this. So you can add a pointer. It all depends. Maybe double line. So if I'm hovering on it, it's going to be like this. It all depends. You can always customize it. So, or you can make it framed. So if I'm moving on them, it's going to be framed like this. Or I'm going to add a background to it. So I think double line is quite cool. So double line is not bad for it, and we can also use underline. So you just have a simple underline like this. So the breakpoints, you are going to click on none. We don't really need it. So the next thing we have to do is let's format our particular menu. So let's go to style. When you go to style, you can change the text color to anything you wish. So I'm going to make it black, and then the typography, I'm going to search anyone. So I can choose from the global typography that I want, maybe primary or secondary, so it all depends. So I'm just going to choose the one I wish to use today. So I'm going to use Urbanists. Yeah, Urbanist is cool. Or Montserrat, something like that. So Montserrat is not bad. So Montserrat is good, as you can see. So now we can increase the size of our text, make it 16. So you see, I make it 16. You see how big it is. So another advantage you can actually do is give it a line height. So let me increase the line height. You're going to see something like this. Look at the line height. So you see how it is. So let's say you are designing it and you want to give it a mature space. So this is it. You see how lovely it is. So the next thing you have to do is colorize it, format the text color. So the text color is black. So if we switch to over, if I click on this, you can see the over color is green. So I want to change it to this our logo image, which is like yellow. So I'm going to choose this and select this kind of color. Yeah. So another advantage is you can actually create your own global menu by clicking on this plus sign. I'm just going to make it yellow, YLL. So I'll click on create. So the next time I want to use it, it's going to be there. So if I want the pointer color, I'm going to make it yellow also. So I'll just go to our global menu and select, look at this, 1LL. So if I override it, you end up having something like this. You see how perfect and lovely it is. Another advantage is you can actually change the look. I can change it bold, and it all depends, but I think I will leave it at medium, which is very great. So let's proceed to our design. So I think we are done with our particular menu. You can just leave it like this. So let's say we want to add a social icon. You can just search the social icon in Elementor. You always have it, social. So drag it down here, and we end up having some icons. So by default the icon is like this, so you can format it. You can change the shape from either square to rounded or to cycle, and you can add your own kind of social media handle also. So if I go to style now, I can actually increase or reduce the height. So by default, let me say I put it 35 and I want to reduce it. I can just type 14 and you end up having something like this, very perfect and easy. So if you want to do other formatting or anything, you can actually proceed to that. So let's say I want to add a button at the bottom of this social media handle. You go to your widget and search for button. So if I search for button, I can actually drag my button and put it right here. So I'll make it centralized, and you can change the kind of size, either medium or large, so it depends on you. So in the text, I'm going to say get our app. So that's what I want to type in that particular thing. So I can format this particular background and green background. So instead of green, I can just change it to this yellow color we have, YLL, and end up having something like this. You see how perfect. And I want to make the text inside, instead of white, to be blue. So I'm just going to go to typography. Montserrat is cool. So after Montserrat, I'm going to change the font, text color font. I'm going to change it to blue, and you can actually leave it in white if you wish. I think white is more better with this. So let's say we are done with our slide out menu, something like that. You can actually add a background to this particular slide out menu. It depends on what you want to do, but I'm just trying to create a very simple thing for you. So let's say we are done with a slide out menu now, and we don't have any other thing to do. So I'm just going to click on publish, click on next, next, on next, and it's going to publish our pop-up. So now we are done with our pop-up. Anytime you want to edit our pop-up, you can actually work in here. So the next thing you are going to do is go over to your design. So we want to put our pop-up menu here. So anytime I click on pop-up, I click on the hamburger, is going to slide out instead of showing the traditional normal navigation bar. So I want to add the button for the pop-up here. So what I'm going to do is, let me just duplicate this particular stuff. I'm going to click on duplicate. So I'm going to delete this one, click on delete, and I'll reduce this particular button so it can fit properly. Click on this button and change it to small. Okay, it's small already. And I can change the text. So I'll just change the text size. 10 is too small. I'll make it 14. 12. So 11 is quite good. So let me realign this in case this is good. So this is good. So now that we have all this, so I'm going to put our hamburger menu here. So I'll go to our widgets and search button. So it's going to be button. I'll drag the button there. So here's the catch. So if you want to make an hamburger menu, so you're not going to type anything in the button. I'm going to clear it now. So I'm going to the icon side and choose icon library and search for hamburger menu I want to use. So I'll search on menu. So it depends. You can always search and select any menu you wish. So let's say I want to use this particular bar. So I'll click on this. So I can actually increase the size by going to typography. So I'm going to increase it like this. So another interesting thing is you can always format it also. So I think I will make it 20. So with this, I can either format this button to be right, left, or anything. So I think center is cool, and I can also increase it to large or medium. So I think small is quite cool with this. So let's format the background of this particular button. So if I go to style, I can just change it from this traditional color to, let me say, YLL, and we'll end up having something like this. But I don't think this is cool. Let's use this background color, the primary color. Is this the primary color? Yeah, but it's quite deep. So let me use the deeper blue. Good. So we have something nice right now. Oh no. Good. So this is cool. So the next thing you are going to do is click on the button and head over to content. So now is the time for all to integrate the pop-up that we designed earlier. So the first thing you are going to do is going to link. You just click on this link area, click on dynamic tag. So click on dynamic tag and scroll down, and you're going to see under action, you're going to see pop-up. So click on pop-up, and when you click on pop-up over here, you're going to click on all pop-up, then you search the name that you set in your pop-up the other time. So I name it YouTube. So I'm going to start YouTube, and you're going to see, so YouTube right. So by default it's going to integrate. So now that we actually integrate it to our design, so I'm just going to click on update. So I've clicked on update now, so you can view our design. So let's see what we have just done. You see how easy this is. So if I click right here, you're going to see the slider menu. Everything's cool and lovely. So it depends on how you want to use it in your app, or it all depends on you. It's very easy and very straightforward, and it's cool and it's very responsive. So like I said earlier, you can use it in other projects just the way I use it in this dashboard menu, and you see how lovely it is. It's make your site a little bit lovely, just the way some PHP backend dashboard look like CClab, just the way CClab look at how CClab is, and it's cool. So if you learn something nice from this, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to this channel, drop a comment, and I'm going to continue uploading nice videos. So watch out and take care. One love.